All right, let's see if this works now. Super duper weird. There we go. That was very, very strange. All right, we are back. Let's keep things going. Yeah, communication with the server interrupted. Thanks for that. Sorry about that. My internet absolutely just crapped out. And I had to restart my computer, and then my computer wouldn't reboot. Sorry about that, y'all. My internet was going up and down, and I decided to restart, and then my computer wouldn't restart. So, yeah, it's back. That was really, 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 really weird. Again, let's kick this off from the beginning. So, yeah, no, this should be much better. I really don't know what happened there. But thanks for bearing with me while we sorted that out. So, let's see, where were we? We just got our 2 badges. Let's kick those 2. Let's go. Claire, thank you for the lightning bolt, and thanks for bearing with us, guys. All right, so we were doing so great in that first part of the stream. We hit our coin goal really early on. We hit 10K likes, so let's repeat that. Let's keep going. If only I could fly. There we go. All right. Jody, welcome. So for those of you just tuning in or coming back after we DC'd and now we're back again, I'm John. I'm a Pokemon professor. I have been involved in Pokemon since I was a little kid, since I was 10 years old, going way back to the playgrounds in 1998. And I've been collecting Pokemon cards and playing the TCG and the video games ever since. And these days I spend my time as a full-time martial artist and also paying it forward to the Pokemon community in general. We stream 3 nights a week. Our stream nights are Tuesdays, where you will catch us playing mainline Pokemon games like this one. Wednesdays we play unofficial games. Shh, don't tell the Pokemon Company. Like Pokemon Infinite Fusion, which is an absolute blast and a complete breath of fresh air from the other mainline Pokemon games that I've beaten so many times. And then on Fridays, you'll catch me with my kiddo. We're ripping cards and opening the latest sets, peeling it to reveal it, as my little one says. Hey, Robert, welcome back. TNA, thanks, man. Nix, great to see you, dude. How you been? Welcome back, you guys. Sorry about that. So my internet kept dropping. I've got a fiber optic connection, and I'm wired by LAN, and it kept going up and down. I tried switching to Wi-Fi, and then I restarted, and then my computer wouldn't post, and I was like, crap. So I unplugged everything, plugged it back in quick, and then rebooted, and thankfully it boots pretty quick. So thanks for bearing with us, y'all. Nick, so I've been good too, dude. Just project after project, man. We got a major martial arts tournament coming up. Yeah, unplug everything and plug it back in. You know, I roll my eyes when Optimum tells me to do that, but it's like, it's so funny how it fixes it. We have a World Open Martial Arts tournament next Saturday that we're getting all our kids ready for. So I'm stressing about that, getting that done, getting everyone's registration in. But looking forward to a last hurrah, taking my kids to one more tournament. Yeah, you should try to do the form. Do you have all of one kata? I mean, you have a really good 2-pinion, but I would love to see you do 1 kata if we can finish it in time. And we are streaming. Let's get it done. Oh, awesome, Nix. That sounds great, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely, we'd love for you to play with us. Thank you for the Tiny Diny, by the way. And Claire, thank you for the lightning bolt. Yeah, DK, you guys are going to be competing at different times. So the tournament is broken down by age and then by skill level. So your age, Gracie, you and Gracie's age group would go, but you would presumably go first because you're, oh no, you're both intermediate. No, Gracie's advanced. So you would probably be competing first if they do like regular order. So in theory, there's no way both of you would be in the ring at the same time. So DK, what I was saying is, they're not, Arthur and Gracie are partners, but they're going to likely compete after you because you are in one division down from Gracie. Because Gracie has been doing this longer than 4 years. So basically for the self-defense demo, you're going to bow into the ring, you introduce yourself to the judge, hi, my name is D, and then you say, I will be presenting 3 techniques from the Shaolin Kempo system, and then you and your partner will go through and punch in on those techniques. You'll do them first slowly. When did I get a level 100 shiny Glaceon? We did a shiny trade night, Nix. This got traded to me. Yeah, no, D, I am explaining the partner stuff, dude. So what's going to happen is first you'll demonstrate the technique slowly, then you're going to do it at combat speed so that they can see what you're doing. So like here, 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 and then you're going to execute on that and do it with power. And you do that 3 times. Then you bow to the judges, they'll score you, they'll say judges score. I will, actually I don't know if I'm going to be your judge. I'm the chief judge for all the karate stuff. But I think this is in a separate wheelhouse. You'll have a different judge than me. And then after that, you'll bow out of the ring after they score you. And that's pretty much it. But I'm glad you want to go. It's an awesome opportunity. Especially because it's a world open. Oh no, dude, there's going to be multiple rings. There's going to be a lot happening that day. So let's talk tournaments for a second for anyone that doesn't know about martial arts tournaments. You want to arrive early. Bring headphones, dude. It's going to be a long day and there's going to be a lot of waiting for your turn. Once you get there, they'll have usually like they have a big poster board or they'll have different rings marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for however many rings they have. And then you'll see like, right, self-defense for intermediates is going to be in ring 4 at 12 o'clock or ring 4, third event of the day. And so what you want to do is you want to try to get there before your event is called. You don't want to sit there the whole time. You'll be able to float around and watch other people as they compete in their events. But then once your ring starts, you have 5 minutes to get there. Or a book to read for English class? Yes. A book to read for English class. That's what I meant to say. So bring something to do. By far the hardest part of competing in a martial arts tournament is the waiting. Like 100%. You're going to be restless, dude. You're going to be pacing around. And it's just stressful to sit and wait for your turn and watch other people go. I'm confident we're going to do well in the self-defense divisions because we are just we have a big emphasis on hand-to-hand combat. It's kind of our jam. It's our bread and butter. So, I expect us to do really, really well there. No pressure. It doesn't matter how you do. What matters is that you go. Put yourself out there. You're going to meet other kids that are similar experience levels to you. So where are you going to compete? I'm confused. You're going to Boston. We're all going to drive to Boston. And we're going to get there early Saturday morning. And it's going to be at the Reggie Lewis Convention Center, or Rec Center. Probably in the big gym. What division? Intermediate. Intermediate is, actually, no, you're a beginner. I think technically you're a beginner, man. 0 to 2 years. You are, D, since, yeah, you are a beginner, dude. So you're going to be competing in the beginner division, which is 0 to 2 years of practice. And you'll be competing with other kids that are your age. And you'll be doing you'll pick 3 combinations or Kempos or 3 punching in techniques that you have and you'll demo those. If you're going to do the kata form division, you'll pick a form that you want to do and then you'll do it with speed and power like you're doing it for fighting application, as if you were fighting people. Okay, so we took out Iono, zip across the map. Let's go get Kofu. Does that make sense? If you can finish one kata is a really good tournament form, and I feel like you could do it. If you feel like it's going to be too stressful to finish that form by next week, what you can do is you can do a really solid 2-pinion. If you're coming to Black Belt Club this Saturday, man, stick around for a little bit. I'll try to finish 2 kata with you. If you have the room in your schedule. 1 kata, excuse me, not 2 kata. All right, so for those of you just joining us in all the karate talk, hey Brandon, it's going good, dude. Dude, you're welcome to do a double class. No stress at all. For those of you just jumping in, we are preparing for a really big tournament in Boston next weekend. Some of my martial arts students are getting ready. It is the World Fighting Martial Arts Federation World Open Championship. So we're going to be road tripping to Boston for the weekend. Pokemon Master, welcome. Great name, dude. D, it's your first tournament. It's not about doing well. It's about going. It's about going, dude, putting in the work. And, like, I'm going to save you a lot of stress and anxiety, man. Your first tournament, you have no idea what to expect. No idea what to expect. It's not like Cobra Kai. Whether you go or not it shouldn't depend on how well you think you're going to do. You should prepare as much as you can. Once you've done a tournament or two and you've got a feel for how it moves and how it goes and how good everyone else is, you'll feel so much more comfortable. And just general rule of thumb, it's kind of like Cobra Kai, but without most of the drama of Cobra Kai. Wink. As a teacher, I tend to over-prepare students. Like, I'm hard on details because details matter. So you're actually probably going to notice that a lot of the beginners don't move as well as you. I think you're in a good spot. It's not a guarantee of a medal. I don't have a crystal ball or anything like that. But my big thing as a martial arts teacher is our quality should be up here all the time. Because martial arts done poorly is the worst. Back in the day, if you were a fighter or a martial artist or a samurai, halfway good samurais got buried in the ground. Always. So, we live in a different reality now. We don't live in a world where we have to haul our goods to market and protect ourselves against bandits trying to take our stuff. But it is super duper important, especially for your generation in this crazy world we live in, to know how to defend themselves. And I've seen you work, I've seen you move, you're going to do just fine. Don't stress more than you need to. If that makes sense. All right. Let's go get Kofu. After this, we are halfway through. Yeah, I mean, that's sort of true. I wouldn't worry about getting jumped. It's just like, I mean, there are fights in high schools all the time. It's more like the world is more unpredictable. Hey, is that a soccer ball? That is a soccer ball. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes. I'm not sure what to call you. I'm John, by the way. Great to have you with us. Welcome to Team Indigo. Robert, welcome back, dude. Sorry our connection dropped earlier. My computer locked up. Jim, welcome, man. All right, so for those of you just tuning in, we are on episode 14 of our playthrough of the main Pokemon Scarlet and Violet story. We are in the process of re-challenging our gym leaders, and then we are on to the Tournament of Champions. DK, do it, man. If you're going to do knuckle push-ups, it's all about that wrist alignment. So you want to make sure that you're not on this, that you're on this, and then you've got a good angle in the wrist to support your mass all the way through the bone. So a lot of time, this is the weakest joint in the body all day long, okay? So you want to make sure you have good wrist alignment, you're turning your knuckles like, and if kind of weird angle on TikTok, but you want to point your fist like this so that you can push up off it and you've got a strong arch right here. Keeping the verticality. Oh, my Venusaur got fainted. No bueno. No bueno. You move well, dude. You don't need to be ripped to be a good martial artist. You should be able to move, you should be quick, and when you hit, you should be able to make it count. So think of a whip, right? If I whip out a steel bar and I smash you with it, it's going to hurt. It's going to cause damage. Leon, of course we are having a champion time. Welcome back, Leon. How you been? Yes, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Martial arts is always about self-improvement. That's not the issue. What I'm suggesting to you is a different idea, which is you don't need to be a bodybuilder or have a lot of mass to be a super effective martial artist. It helps. It doesn't hurt you. For sure, it makes your life easier. But here's my point, okay? If I take a steel bar and I hit you with it, it hurts. It will do damage. If I take a whip, which weighs a couple of ounces, and I get that whip going, that will hurt even more. So you have to remember, at the end of the day, martial arts is all physics. It's all physics, okay? So F equals ma, force is mass times acceleration. You can have a lot of mass and recruit a lot of power, but you can also have a very high acceleration. And both of those will increase force on the other side of that equal sign. So for like me, dude, I'm 140 pounds. I'm 5'6" 3/4. I can still hit like a truck. Okay? I'm definitely not as ripped as I could be. But I have good body mechanics and good economy of motion, which means I can accelerate very quickly. A high acceleration, even times a normalized amount of force, can yield, a normalized amount of mass can yield a very effective force. Does that make sense? Blake, welcome. So I'm not, yeah, I love people physics. It's so fascinating. So no, DK, I hear you. I don't want you to be weak. I don't want you to feel weak. So practice. You know, what separates a good martial artist from a mediocre martial artist? Practice. That's it. They've just done it more. They've practiced that kata 100 times instead of 50 times, 1,000 times instead of 500 times. When you own your skills, no one takes that away from you, and you get better and better and better all the time. So I have a really great saying. I have a lot of really great sayings, but the one in particular I'm thinking of is practice to be the martial artist you want to be. If you don't want to be mediocre, don't be mediocre. You know? The name of the game is just getting in the reps. Whether that's at the gym or in your practice or battling Pokemon. You know, what separates a world champion Pokemon player from someone who's just getting into it? They've just been doing it longer, or they've done it more. That's it. No big secret. They just know the game and they understand how to play the game. I really need that Venusaur back. Hang on, y'all. It's just reps. Brandon, welcome back. So I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to suck at anything I touch. I don't like losing. I'm not a sore loser by any means. But like, especially in my martial arts, I didn't want to be, bro, giving us gems. Hey man, I have 2 degrees in philosophy. So hopefully I'm good at metaphors and drawing comparisons. Yeah, today's wisdom, Sailor Moon says. No, Sensei Simon says. But it's really, really true. Like when I started training martial arts, I'm sure I've told you this story, and if I haven't shared the story, I'm going to share it now with everyone live on TikTok. I started martial arts when I was 4. And the very, very first time I had to do a front kick, I didn't understand the idea of kicking forward, like kicking out from my body. So I did what every kid does, and I swung my leg up super high. And as my leg was going up, my other leg came up off the ground. So I literally wiped out. I kicked my leg all the way up. My other leg gave out from under me, and I fell on my butt like Wile E. Coyote cartoon style, hard thump on my tailbone. And it hurt, and I cried. And I was embarrassed, and I did not like that for 1 second. I do not like to suck at what I do. And that was very clear to me early on as a kid. And so what I did is I got back up and I told myself that I would figure it out. And I did. And now I'm a master level martial artist. And I took a long time off as a kid. We moved around a lot. My parents didn't have a lot of money to sign me up for activities. And I got back into it like after I finished my master's degree in philosophy. And I've lived in that world ever since. And I could not wait to do it. And I feel like my degree in philosophy really helped me understand the bigger picture of it. But the simple point is I could have chosen to give up. I could have been embarrassed and mortified and never showed my face to my sensei again. But that's not what I wanted to be. And so I worked and worked and worked. And now front kick is one of my best tools. I am super snappy with a front kick. And when I kick, it hurts. And I hope I never have to use that in real life, because I do not like hurting people. I'm a really, really nice guy. But now I know that tool will work 100% of the time, because I've practiced it to work 100% of the time. And so on the way up that mountain, There are going to be times where you slip and fall down that mountain. And times you even roll down in the ditch. Okay, you lose your footing, you have to rest, that's all good. But what's important is getting there. And that doesn't happen right away, it doesn't happen overnight. But it happens by taking one step at a time forward. That's it. The person that stays in the race and gets to the end is the person that takes 10,000 steps one time, not 10,000 steps at once. How's that for some philosophizing? But it's true. It's a true story, and it really helped inform my world perspective early on. Alejandro, welcome, dude. Wow, my Venusaur does not want to stay in this battle. Okay. Yeah, it's true. It's that cliche. The master has failed more times than the student has tried. Yeah, I mean, getting back up is so key. It's just so important. So, you know, it's one of those things. You're probably going to go to your first tournament, and you're going to... There's two ways to finish your first tournament. Am I a perfectionist? Sort of. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by sort of. I'm very pragmatic. I do not expect anything in life to go perfectly. I'm too smart for that. I understand, I've studied Buddhism as well, so the idea of perfection is an illusion. Okay? But there's nothing wrong, I think, with chasing perfection so long as you understand that you're never going to get there. It's a theoretical goal. You know, even when you're a master martial artist, you're not suddenly 1,000% better at everything and then, like, you're done. You're, like, magically at that point where your technique is perfect. There comes a point in your training where your technique is considered perfect. It's an artificial limitation. So I don't think I'm a perfectionist per se. Giratine, also, thank you for that follow. I'm not a perfectionist per se. I do like setting a high bar for myself. That way, even if I fall short, I know that I'm still going to land somewhere that I'm happy with. And I like learning. What drives me is learning and continual enrichment. I'm not one of those people that is always like, I need to better myself, I need to better myself. It's one of those things where I know I can do a lot, and there's a lot of things I'm good at, there's a lot of things I still want to get good at, but I'm happy, I want to get there. I like collecting knowledge, and I like collecting skill, and that's how I find my growth, so I try to keep that healthy take on a perfectionist sense. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. To me, that makes sense. Yeah, learning is everything. Leon, it's okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, so, like, listen, I certainly don't expect that. I work with kids. I work with kids as young as 4, and, like, you know, am I going to make them do their front kick until it's perfect? No. You know, something has to be good enough to move you to that next level. And at a certain point, you can do something all day long, but you're going to reach... What's important is milestones. You know, once your kick gets to a certain point and it's good, then the only thing that's going to make it better is time. And you can't rush time. Time has to unfold in the way that it does. And so the idea is just moving forward. Thank you, Arthur. Yeah, Logan's a phenomenal martial artist. Because he's practiced to be that way. You know, he had to learn... Here's another way to think about it. A really good like Bruce Lee at one point in time was not Bruce Lee. Not as we know him. Bruce Lee was a beginner. Bruce Lee was an intermediate level student. And so he's a normal human being that took his normal practice to superhuman levels. So no one starts off being a superhero. It doesn't work that way, right? It's just where you put your time, your effort, and your care. DK, I can relate to that. Dude, I can relate to that for sure, man. Baby Yodu, welcome. I did know that. Thank you for that. Okay. We're going to crouch away from the Poké Center, and we're going to hit up our next stop. So... Sorry if I'm waxing philosophical, y'all, but it is an important conversation about the nature of perfectionism and really what we're trying to aim at. Instead of aiming at perfectionism, I think it's important to aim at virtue. Virtue is just excellent. You can be excellent at something without being perfect. I think that's the simplest way to put it. That's a lesson from Aristotle. You know, I think the secret is finding contentment in the challenge, accepting, like fully being honest with the parts that are not where you want them to be, and then once you can say that something's not where you want it to be, then you have the openness, I think, to bring that practice forward to the level that you want to push it to. Silly tables, get out of here. All right. Oh, it's time. It's time for my boy Larry. Let's go. Leon, thank you so much for the tiny diny. Much appreciated that. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a really good week. It's nice to have you back with us. So, do you guys have any other questions about the martial arts or any good martial arts stories? I know we're kind of focused on Pokemon here, but since I'm waxing philosophical. You went to the, oh my gosh, are you okay? I'm glad you're okay. Swifty fan, welcome. Alright guys, let's go do it. Tap the screen, let's send some hearts for Larry. In my opinion, the single greatest character in this game. By far my favorite gym leader. Cerule Edge, welcome back, brother. No need to overcomplicate things. Nothing beats the relief of coming home even after a fun vacation. I love Larry as a character. His face says it all. His humble briefcase, his plain necktie. Let's kick it off. Hey McKinnon, welcome back, man. How you been? Great to see you. Hope you're having a good week. Blake, welcome, man. All right, guys. So we are halfway through our rematch of the gym leaders. We are almost on to the Tournament of Champions. Oh, the piggy dodges. I'm gonna make pork chops out of that thing. Yeah, dude, I feel that. I've got like a million projects going on right now. We've got a huge martial arts tournament coming up next Saturday, up in Boston. So I'm getting the kids ready and the adults ready, and I'm going to be the chief judge for all the karate divisions. So I've got to know my rules, and I've got a judges training meeting this Saturday at 7:30 by Zoom. So I'm also teaching after school programs 6 days a week, my regular classes at the dojo, my stream schedule, all my stuff with my daughter, and then I'm also familiarizing myself with Warhammer. Yeah. Dude, if there's an end on the candle, we burn it there. We work hard. We're up at like just before 8 o'clock every day, and we go to bed at like midnight. DK, that's... Be careful with that. I'm going to temper your expectations here. Leon, I don't see where it's sent twice. Pain is. I'm gonna get very philosophical with you for a second. Spencer, thank you for that follow, man. Appreciate that. Is that from Twitch or YouTube? Well, either way, gratitude. Big shout out to our viewers on Twitch and YouTube tonight. Pain is something that you can't escape because it's something that's profoundly part of the human experience. However, you can train to be okay with pain. Pain is a different word for suffering. Suffering can be either physical or mental or spiritual or emotional. And in life, there is no avoiding that. Yeah, limits are there to be broken. I love that. That's a much better way to frame that. So Bruce Lee said, don't pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. And that's the advice that I would echo here. Prince Solid, welcome. You know, limits are there to be tested. And to train to be okay with pain. Life is a test. Maybe it's not meant as a test, but it is certainly testing. Oh, appreciate that, man. Soccer ball, what can I call you? Because I feel like I shouldn't really be calling you soccer ball. Wilson. Wilson was volleyball. Spend. I got you, Spend. Wilson was absolutely a volleyball, by the way. Spence. Okay. That works. Alright, Larry. Bring it, man. D, I think your goal is absolutely worthwhile and something that will change who you are profoundly. And I think you should push that, and you'll have my full support for as long as you walk this path. I love the martial arts. They are definitely one of the greater vehicles towards understanding what our role is in life and learning a lot about ourselves in the process. They're like a mirror for the soul, if we want to get that deep. They kind of model the nature of struggle and identity within that. All right, Larry is down. We are quickly running out of gym leaders here. A serving of defeat indeed. Paranoia, welcome. Yes, very good, Larry. Thanks for the props, man. Love your tie. Yeah. So D, there's a really good book I think you should read actually. It's by the author's gonna take me a minute. Man's Search for Meaning. Anyone read that book? It's a dark story. It's a story of a man who survives the Holocaust and loses his entire family. But it's definitely one of the better books to understand the ups and downs of life and the role our willpower plays in shaping our human experience. I would recommend it. I know it's probably considered heavy reading, but it is an absolutely spot on, in my professional philosopher opinion, take. Viktor Frankl, thank you. Thank you. That is correct. It is Viktor Frankl. Bro is yapping. I have a degree in philosophy. We're getting somewhat existential here. Chelsea, I got you, man. Chelsea, you're just tuning in. We've just taken out 5 gym leaders inside of 40 minutes. So Chelsea, I'm John. Let me introduce myself, and maybe this will make a little bit more sense. I am a full-time sensei. I'm a 4th degree black belt in Shaolin Kempo, a teacher of Yang style Tai Chi, and a teacher of 7-star praying mantis Kung Fu. I'm also a Pokemon professor. I'm a TCG organizer and a judge for the Play Pokemon program. So I've got some of my martial arts students in here. We have a big tournament coming up. So we're playing Pokemon and we're talking about the nature of life. I'm in Connecticut. Where are you joining us from? We are moving to Colorado in December, though. D, it's all good, man. I've read Night. I've read Night a long time ago. But I would recommend that book by Viktor Frankl. That is a really, really good read if you're trying to deeply understand the nature of life. So yeah, sorry. I mean, our chat is not for everyone, for sure. You are definitely welcome here. I make no apologies in the sense of life takes us to different places. I think Pokemon is a way to understand life and bettering yourself, as are the martial arts. So, like I said, I got some of my students here. I've got adults. I've got my teenagers in here. I've got our regular viewers. So, one of the worlds that I live in is in that philosophical sensei type world. So, I think I have a lot of experiences to draw from, and life is hard. Just trying to make the world a better place, brighter place. But to be clear, we are certainly playing Pokemon. Let's go. So Chelsea, where are you joining us from? No, I'm so used to mashing B. Let's go. So, Chelsea, to catch you up really quick. This is part 14 of our mainline Pokemon installment. We stream mainline Pokemon games on Tuesdays. Wednesday, I'm doing a playthrough of Pokemon Infinite Fusion, and that's when we're going to do our unofficial Pokemon games like ROM hacks and stuff. And then Fridays, you'll catch us here, me and my daughter, and we open cards as a family every Friday. I have been playing Pokemon on the Game Boy games since Red and Blue. I was that 10-year-old kid, and I've been playing Pokemon trading card games since base set. So I have been in Pokemon for 26 years, and now my job as a highly productive professional adult is to pay it forward to the Pokemon community, because Pokemon, I really believe, is one of those brands and franchises that brings people together from different generations and helps people really, really be good and kind and show respect to each other. It's also a great way to challenge yourself. So it's super cool for me to see kids just getting into the card game, to have teenagers that are already playing good enough for tournaments, and different ways to engage the hobby. So Cal, that's cool, man. We're gonna be moving to Colorado in December, so we're not gonna be too far from you. And then we're gonna be out in Las Vegas in February. I'm gonna be judging the World Martial Arts Championships there as well. So we've got a busy few months up ahead. Let's go get this. Royal, welcome. Glad to have you with us tonight. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good week. You've been to the Illuminati airport? I don't even know what that is. Is that like... What is that? I'm intrigued. I didn't know there was an Illuminati airport there, but then I guess it's kind of the nature of the Illuminati, right? Where is that in Colorado? Or are you just talking about the main airport? Arthur, thank you for the chili. Appreciate that. Dutchy, welcome. Let's cook this to Titan. Blow them away. Oh, it lived. Oh, it's in Denver? Yeah, Arthur, because I technically had to restart the stream. So it counts as a new session. Which is super frustrating because, like, oh, thank you for those necklaces, dude. It's super frustrating when I have to restart the session because my time runs in hour increments. Whoa, dude, thank you. Thank you, Arthur. They have an underground area where they do satanic stuff. I'm gonna look this up. I'm so intrigued. I can't wait to tell my wife this. Alex, welcome. Ratatouille, welcome. There we go. I'm gonna heal up. Dude, I did not know that at all. So we are moving somewhere around Denver. We're either gonna be as far south as Colorado Springs or as far north as is it Longmont, I think it is. Intros. Yes, intros. Hi everyone, I'm John. I am a Pokemon professor and a full-time martial artist. I live in a lot of different worlds all at once. Well, let's start with the martial artist part. I do 3 different martial arts full-time. I run a school with my wife, who's the best person ever. I teach alongside her. She's a 2nd degree black belt. I'm a 4th degree black belt. I am also a Sifu of Yang-Star Tai Chi and 7-star Praying Mantis Kung Fu. I've been doing this full-time almost for the last 14 years. And we run a school. We work with about 160 families. We teach in schools in our town. So we know a lot of people. I've been doing Pokemon for 26 years. And I am the daddy to a wonderfully bright, profoundly gifted little girl. And we also run a card shop as a family. So we have our hand in a lot of different things. We are transitioning to running a card shop full-time because it's very hard to be a good dad and work evenings teaching martial arts. So come December, we are stepping away from our martial arts business to go be full-time parents for the foreseeable future. We are leaving our school in very, very, very good hands. And we're going to go be parents out in Colorado to get my daughter the help and therapy and support she needs to be a happy, productive little girl and have the best life possible. We're going out there for therapy, but also so she can find her tribe and meet other kids like her. So we're looking forward to that piece of it, but it's going to be very hard for us to say goodbye to our martial arts families that are with us right now. And the reason we started a card shop is because my daughter loves Pokemon. If you've seen her on stream on Fridays, you know. And we wanted something that we can do work at home and she can be a part of, like a family business. So she actually helps pack our orders that we ship. She knows all about the cards. She knows how to play the card game. She knows like 500 different Pokemon. So our world is shifting quite a bit. And that's why we're here. So I'm taking up streaming as a productive midlife crisis, and also to help make our Pokemon community a lot better, and to grow our reach, and also to somewhat selfishly stay in touch with all of our friends and family that matter the most to us here in Connecticut. And yeah, that's my life story. I'm sticking to it. I'm also a judge on the professional martial arts circuit for tournaments. I'm a judge for the ICMAC, which is the International Chinese Martial Arts Championships. That usually meets in Florida. I'm a judge for the World Fighting Martial Arts Federation World Open, which is in Boston. And this year will also be my first year judging the World Martial Arts Championships in Las Vegas in February. Tell us about pre-orders that will be available in your TCG shop, please. Claire, I am so glad you asked. We do pre-orders. So if there's an exciting Pokemon product that you are looking for, our pricing in our card shop is very, very affordable. We are not charging full TCG player price. For an ETB, for example, we're usually charging like $38. I think it's $38.99 for the newest sets. So there's a lot of ultra premium collections coming out soon. We generally carry ETBs, which are Elite Trainer boxes. We carry booster boxes as well if you're looking to buy in bulk. We do sell single packs, and we also have a great selection of singles. Next set that I'm probably gonna, well, I have to check my pre-order product, so I don't have that answer queued for you handy, Claire. But there's an awesome Evolution set that's coming out at the end of this year, and then there is another set. I'm actually gonna stop really quick and look it up. It is starting to be available for pre-order now. As I said, I'm a little bit behind on life. Let's check Pokemon Center. Trading card game. Where are you? It is called Surging Sparks. And it looks like this. There's a Pikachu on it. Charizard box on 10-4. I might be a little late to that, but I can get it. Have I finished all the gyms yet? No. No, I still have a few gyms left to do. So let's see here. I gotta go do Ghost. Yes, I do want to carry the Charizard one. For sure. I just need to actually set it up. I need to go in Shopify and like put the picture, set the price, set the fulfillment, and get that in. The Evolution set is going to be lit, and the Charizard box I've heard great things about, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But if you're looking for a good selection of singles, good rate on shipping, and fair prices, check us out, IndigoPlateauTCG.com. Link in bio. That is a Terra Pikachu on that box. DK, you're on your last one, dude. Were you playing while I DC'd? That's so crazy. A sculpted demonic Mustang sculpture, and he died after a piece fell on him. Dude, how do I not know this story? That's wild. That is absolutely crazy. Hey, Leon. Let's go get it. Yeah, that's really crazy, Spence. I had not heard about that at all. Wow. Her face is glitched out. There we go. Let's go. Let's go get it. Rambo, welcome. I think we have 2 more leaders after this. I lost count. Let's see, we did bug grass, we did water, we did normal, we did lightning, we did ice. So this is number 7. We got 1 more after this. Do I like trains? Yeah, I like trains. My daughter likes trains too. It's actually one of the things she gets most excited about. We live near a railroad crossing, so anytime we're driving... Oh my gosh! What? Leon, are you serious? Retro, what's up, man? Huge shout out to Leon. What was that? A train for 1,000 coins? Leon. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We are definitely, if we weren't having a champion time before, we are definitely having a champion time now. Thank you so much for the love and support. It really makes a difference for us as a family. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Hey, kiddo's doing good, man. Right now she's in the I don't want you daddy phase. So par for the course, she's 5 going on 13. How does she like the miniature trains? She doesn't know that miniature trains are a thing yet. We kind of kept that a secret. But she loves. We live right near. Our town has like 5 train stations. So to get anywhere in our town, we have to drive under like a railroad crossing. So she's super excited whenever we go and she sees a train there. She absolutely loves trains. I'm sure she would love it. But let me tell you, girl has more toys than the entire continent of Africa right now. So we are actually trying to scale back acquisition of new toys. Hence, Arthur, why she always asks you if you have a surprise for her. Yeah, gifted is right. I mean, let me tell you, I grew up in South Africa playing with like a couple of toys. For those of you that don't know, I am South African by birth. I only came to North America when I was older. Girl has more toys than I ever had growing up right now. We are going to make a lineup change here. I don't want Venusaur in there. I want Chonky Boy. Yeah, DK, you didn't know that? Yeah, I'm South African, man. And Canadian. Eh? That's why I'm such a nice guy. It's the Canadian in me. Girl does not need more toys. Yep. True story. You can't hear me, Arthur? Eh? All the pieces align, it makes so much sense. I was really lucky as a kid. I hated moving around, and I hated having to figure out different cultures and starting all over from square one. The one thing that I'm grateful for was that I got a really, really big, like, cosmopolitan perspective. I got to live in different places and see different cultures and understand, like, what works and what doesn't work and what, like, you know, like, I lived in Rhode Island for a while, and don't get me wrong, Rhode Island is a great place to go kill a couple hours. But like people would get, and I'm gonna stereotype for a second, so please, if you're listening, take this with a grain of salt. You know, I watched people like rage out because their coffee didn't have 5.5 creamers, and it's like come on, you know, why are we getting so like bent out of shape with this? And I get it, like I like my coffee how I like my coffee, but you know, in Montreal, everyone is so chill, and like people with different views get along, and it's not a big deal. And Connecticut is its own animal. And I lived in New Orleans for 6 years, and New Orleans is like the most chill place to live ever. So you know, I haven't seen it all, but I've had a very diverse upbringing. So I try not to bring extra stress in when I don't need it. But yeah, like being a child of Africa and raising a girl in our part of Connecticut is definitely an otherworldly experience. Well, that's cool, Arthur. I don't think I knew that, man. I love New Orleans. New Orleans is the best. New Orleans is an absolutely amazing city. If anyone ever gets the chance to go there, you should absolutely go to New Orleans. Mike Hart, welcome, man. So anyway, enough about New Orleans. Let's go get this. Let's go knock this out. Let's go get our last gym leader, and then we are well poised to take on the Tournament of Champions. Okay, so we're gonna survive that. We're gonna burn this guy down. There we go. She's a mini Arthur. Seems appropriate. All right, Halucha levels. And Chonky Boy used Crunch, but Crunch the thinner. Love it. Arase, welcome. Hey everyone. If you're just tuning in, I'm John. I am a Pokemon professor, and you are catching our final episode of the main story, well, semi-final episode of the main story of Pokemon Scarlet. We are re-challenging all the gym leaders, getting ready to do the big tournament, and then I'm super duper pumped to be moving on to the DLCs, which I've not played yet. I'm hella amped to go do it, and I have not done them at all. I beat this game when this game first came out. I lived in this game for weeks, and then life got busy, doing all the stuff that senseis do, and now I get to go do the DLC, so I'm super excited. Let me know, D, you know what? I can do a rival battle with you after this. Chonky Boy goes down. That's okay. Leon, thank you for the 2 bracelets. Really appreciate the love and support, you guys, tonight. I missed you guys, and I'm sorry about Sunday. As I said, Scarlett has been going through some stuff. So, she's going through a phase of, Daddy, get away from me, I don't like you. And Mommy's the best. And that's kind of weird for me as a dad, because she's my little homie and has been my best friend for a very, very, very long time. But we have moved our Sunday Pokemon Infinite Fusion stream to Wednesdays going forward. So we'll see you on Hump Day. So our next stream will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. You can join us for Pokemon Scarlet. Pokemon Infinite Fusion. And if you haven't seen this game, it's absolutely awesome. It is super duper fun. And it's really fresh. If you play a lot of Pokemon games, it really keeps everything nice and interesting, especially the type matchups. The artwork and the sprites are great. The premise of the game is you can take a Pokemon like Charmander, fuse it with a Bulbasaur, and then you get a Bulbamander or a Charizard, and you inherit the types from both and the movesets from both. So the battles get really, really, really crazy. I like it a lot. Alright, so let's get this gym leader done. D, I'll do a rival battle with you after this, and then I think I'm going to call it for tonight. I've still got tournament stuff that I need to go prep for. I've got a lot of scoring stuff that I need to have nailed down. But we are in a great spot, so next time we can definitely pick up with the last gym leader. 7 out of 8 is not bad for tonight, and then let's go do that rival battle. Oh, that terror won't help you, dude. Perfection, welcome. There we go, perfect. Toxicity's down. Cheeky Chico, welcome. Alright. Ben, Nick, welcome you guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Okay, perfect. And we're just going to finish this off. There we go. Leon, great to have you back. Have a champion time. Hope you're feeling better. We missed you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Winford, welcome. Oops. Razor Leaf. Okay, cool. Let's go. Boom. And just like that. Team Rocket, thank you for the follow. Much love. In my opinion, Team Rocket are the real heroes of Pokemon. Tip my hat to you. Anthony, welcome. Alright. Actually, D, would you be okay if I rain checked you? Hear me out. Some of my Pokemon don't have items, and there's a few changes. Well, let me explain. I want to make a few changes. There's a couple moves I want to swap out on my Mons. If we're going to do a rival battle leading into the final episode, I want to be able to put items on them. There's a few things I want to change. Right now, not all of my Mons are fighting with items, man. So would you be okay if we let off with a rival battle to kick off the final episode next week and I rain check you for tonight? Do you know what a rain check is? Am I dating myself here? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So guys, I think we're going to leave it here for tonight. Super, super great to see returning faces, and thank you guys for hanging in there through the hiccup with our network. So just closing announcements really quick. If you are just tuning in like Team Rocket is, or Insanity, I'm John. I am a Pokemon professor. I'm involved with the Play Pokemon program. I'm an organizer for our part of Connecticut, and I'm a trading card game judge. So my background in Pokemon is 26 years of playing Pokemon, starting with Red and Blue, and playing Pokemon cards from base set. I'm also a sensei. I'm a dad to a profoundly gifted little girl. So I have my foot in a lot of different worlds. On Tuesdays, we do mainline Pokemon games like Pokemon Scarlet. Next week, we're going to do our final installment of the mainline story and push on to the DLCs. And then on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we are streaming Pokemon Infinite Fusion and other ROM hack games. And then Fridays, you'll catch me here ripping cards with my daughter and maybe Steph if I can drag her off the couch. Steph is my lovely wife and also a black belt and person I teach with and work with every day. She's the love of my life. So Pokemon for us and martial arts and everything we do is a family affair. So I'm going to sign off for tonight. You're going to go call your friends. See you, man. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. I'll catch you in class. We'll finish out one kata. We have a really great following at Team Indigo. We've had our same regular viewers since we started streaming about 5 months ago. So I just want to sign off for tonight. I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Tune in tomorrow for Pokemon Infinite Fusion, Friday for Friday Night Pack Rips, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Everyone, I hope you have a wonderful week. Catch you on